Guys, to another Marvel DC United, and today's redo is Justice League Part 1 and 2. Now, what I read recently is that the original script for Justice League has been scrapped, so they're rewriting it, and the writer for the new Justice League is Chris Terrio, I believe. And he also expressed that he was impressed with the rewrite of the Batman vs. Superman film. Now, Zack Snyder, we know, is still scheduled to direct the film, even though the scripts have changed. But Chris Terrio is doing a rewrite because he and DC felt like the script for the original Justice League film was not good enough. But at that point, I thought, is there going to be I felt like the Justice League film would have hit a snag in that certain level due to the fact that there's only a certain... Like, according to reports, there were at least 3 or 4 drafts for the Justice League film between 2007 and 2011, but all those films were scrapped, and now they're trusting Chris Terrio to write a legitimate script for the Justice League film. Now, Warner Brothers also announced in October, along with the other DC Universe movies, that the film is scheduled for November 17th, 2017, and the sequel is scheduled for June of 2019, and Zack Snyder will direct both films. Now, here's my thing. Now, I was impressed with the whole fact of a Justice League movie, but the fact that they split the movie into 2 parts, I feel like they're gonna be missing crucial parts of one part of the movie, and then they're gonna jump off to continue from the first part of the movie. But from that point on, I feel like they're trying to express the fact that they're trying to come back with what the Avengers are doing. You know, Marvel has already started with Avengers 2 and 3, and Avengers 3 is being set up into 2 parts. And just like Justice League, it's also being set up in 2017 and then 2019. But I feel like the Justice League series is not, above average. I say that because I feel like the Justice League should not have, spin-offs of every character leading up to their team up. Because for one thing, we know that the characters that have already been confirmed for the Justice League movie are Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and potentially Cyborg, who will play a minor role in Dawn of Justice, but will play a much bigger role in the Justice League film set. Now, although nobody has confirmed that they'll be in the Justice League film, the only actors we know are Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot, who have signed on for a separate amount of films and are scheduled to appear in, the Justice League movie and then their own spin-offs later on. Now, with the Justice League movie, I feel like there's going to be one crucial part. Better yet, let me say it like this. I want the Justice League to have a better lineup than the Avengers did. I say that because if the first film is going to have, say, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and Cyborg, and including Wonder Woman, and part 2 will add on the Green Lantern, Shazam, and the Flash, that means that that's probably why they're setting the movie up in 2 different fragments, because they want to give each actor a chance to showcase their skills. Now, I don't know how to say his name, but I think for the Flash they confirmed actor Ezra Miller. Yeah, Ezra Miller. And he's confirmed to be the Flash, and is scheduled to appear in both Justice League films according to DC. But other than that, no actor has been confirmed for Green Lantern, and no actor has been confirmed for Shazam, just like I said in my other video. But however, we have Ray Fisher, who will play Cyborg in the Dawn of Justice film, and will appear in the Justice League film. And upon the release of the information about the DC Cinematic Universe, Ray Fisher signed on for 4 films, actually. So, including the Dawn of Justice, I guess the Dawn of Justice doesn't count because a specific, let me see if I can focus on it. I'll use Ben Affleck's contract as an example. Ben Affleck was cast as Batman for the Dawn of Justice film, and he's scheduled to appear in 3 or 4 different movies, which means he's going to be appearing in the Dawn of Justice in 2016. He'll be in the Justice League Part 1 in 2017. He'll be in the Justice League Part 2 in 2019, and he'll be in the currently titled the Batman standalone film sometime between 2016 and 2020. So in that case, because Ben Affleck, we know, has had a long career of astounding movies, his acting career is world renowned, and people who would want to see him as Batman has turned up to be a great crucial fact for the DC Cinematic Universe. But seeing that the roster is going to change in part 2, I feel like they should add some. Matter of fact, let's make it even in this. So let me look at it again. You have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg in Justice League Part 1. Okay, that's cool. And in Justice League Part 2, you have the Flash, Shazam, and the Green Lantern. So why don't we make it even? Why don't they just put 5 characters in each film? That way, with 5 characters in each film, you get a chance to not only showcase more Justice League members, and you can potentially have a Justice League Part 3 and maybe a 4th film in the production later down the years. But from what I've seen, the Justice League film has been somewhat of an enigma throughout its history of being developed. And quite frankly, the earliest I've heard that the Justice League was going to be started was in February of 2007. When Warner Brothers hired the husband and wife duo Michelle and Kirkland Monroe, I think, something like that. And they were hired to, write a film, but they never did do it. So as time progressed, it later went on to an enigma, and the film was, let me say it like this. The film was doing good until 2008, because that was the time when The Dark Knight came out with the reboot of the Batman series, and the production was delayed because they felt like the Justice League was not set up enough for a DC cinematic franchise. And now, according to further reports by DC Universe, we have what is not to be confirmed, but part of what is confirmed to be the acting list for the Justice League series. We have Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher, and Henry Cavill. We have now confirmed Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and we have Ezra Miller as the Flash. Now, upon these, there are only 2 characters that are not confirmed for the Justice League film, i.e. Shazam and Shazam and the Green Lantern. So quite frankly, I want to see what I would like to see from the Justice League movie. I want to see their dynamic to have more of a darker side to it than the Avengers had. I would like to see, we already know that Batman and Superman have butt heads in the comic books. We know they have their problems with each other, but have later agreed to the fact that they want to do the better good for Metropolis and Gotham City. But at the same time, we know that they have other characters that are wound up in their conflicts. So with this in mind, with their conflict, it created the Justice League. So now, and they had said, and they confirmed, stating that the Justice League film will be, quote unquote, filmed congruently with Dawn of Justice. So by the time, like they said, 2016 is no more than a year ahead now. So we got nothing but a few more months to wait, and then we get to see it. I'll be waiting for it. And then after that, we get to see the Justice League movie. Then we have to wait another 2 years for, the second part. And then after that, who knows? They'll make a 3rd Justice League movie. But as far as I see, I think the group dynamics should be, every hero has their problems with other heroes. They're going to feel like they're cocky or something like that. I would think I want to see the Justice League to be like Justice League War, the animated version. In fact, I would like to see the Justice League title say Justice League War, because what better use of the group dynamic than to express their dislike for each other and how they don't want them to do it their way, they want to do it this, that, and a third's way. But from what I can see, the Justice League is being rewritten, of course. We have several actors being confirmed for the film, and we have production for the Justice League film scheduled for both 2017 and 2019, and Zack Snyder will direct both films. And with newly confirmed Aquaman actor Jason Momoa, I think we got a good movie ahead of us. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. Stay tuned for another Marvel DC